Hello everyone, good day to you, wherever you're watching from. My name is Oluwaseye Fadari. Um, Tonight, or this morning, or this afternoon, this evening, wherever you're watching from, I want to show you to identify how we implement one of our trading strategies. Okay, so this to help us to be able to identify how we implement our EAs. Yeah. So like I said earlier, I want to show you how the AA is being installed step by step so that you can be able to understand what information and how it should be installed. So let me take you through the installation steps. Okay. So for this, so let me get the actual AA that we want to install first. Um, okay, sorry. Um, okay, the actual LED that I'll be installing, that I'll be explaining first. Okay. So this, okay. mm, okay, so this perfect. Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So sorry, I'm trying to do some review on the background. Yeah. So okay, let me share my screen now. Yes, so I believe you can see my screen now. So this is the EA that I call the FAD EA V4, usually called the Victoria strategy. Okay, so what the first thing that I'm going to do, like you can see on the left here, this is the EA. Okay, so it's just the installation. So what I need to do, like as you can see here, these are just the inputs. It has the trend lot size, it has the distance, the gap, the stop loss, the take profits, the magic and the profit trigger. So, but currently all those, like I said, this is currently just used more like an indicator for now. Okay, because it's not yet affecting those decisions. Okay, so all I just need to do is once I install it, I just change the variables, get the gap between the trades, the stop loss, and the trend lot size, and then I press OK. Okay, so that is all. So for example, here, I'll just change it to 0.13 or let's say 0.14. The gap is the distance for it to take a new trade. The stop loss is when the market goes against. The take profit is when the market goes in the direction that we want it to go. That is the plan. Okay. So that is what this will be able to achieve at the end of the day. Okay. So that is it. So let's see how it's going to work effectively. So you see that once I close this, these three lines will change from this current position. So let's see. So you can see everything, all the three lines, unlike look at this one, you can see the distance between the lines. But now, because it's just starting, you can see that all the three lines are together. And that is why here is going to readjust itself and also the timing at the end of the day. So by the time we check this later, it's still using the old timing. Okay. So by the time we restart it again, everything will be the same time. So just like you have the prices already adjusted itself, so this will also adjust itself as well to the current position. Okay. So again, let me see. So that point one. So like we said, we are using 0.14 as our distance. Okay. So how do we install? So for example, you click this EA and drag it to this point. Inside it, you can see the dragging. So you click the button on your desktop down and drag it to install. So you said, do you really want to stop FADI before and is it put FADI before on the chart? Each one, I'll say yes. Then it's going to open this. So just like I said, it's going to be 0.14. And then this is the gap distance 0.61 that was there before. Stop loss 0.22 will now be 0.2. Sorry, will now be 2. I think that's 8, yeah. So this one will be 3. So all other variables remain the same. Okay. And then you press OK. So just like I said, you can see it has removed all the updates as I before. So it's going to give us new updates now when it restarts itself. Good. So you can see all the three positions are now on the same line. And just like I said before, the market, everything has gone to the default position. Can you see that? So it's going to restart itself now and now start counting from now on. So it's now going to start updating itself once the market makes the move. Okay, so that's how the market does. So that's how we're going to replace all of them for a new start position. So that's how we are going to replace all of them for a new start position. So because these have already been installed before, so all you just need to do is just to change the lot size in order for it to restart itself. Okay, so that's how it's been done. So I just only change the lot size for it to restart itself. So you can see, let's look at the ones I've done before. I see this one has started all over again. You can see as well, start all over again. Low GBP, you can see as well, start all over again. So it's now going to start measuring the movement from now henceforth. Okay, so that's how we are going to do it. That is how we do the installation every month. So once we are able to monitor it effectively, then we'll be able to know the first extreme side to activate, and then we are going to use that information to position the markets effectively for the rest of the year. Okay, so that's the plan that we have ground. That is what we want to achieve. So all our focus is to ensure that we monitor the market as quickly as possible so that we'll be able to know the direction of the market, the move of the market, and get the best opportunity that the market can be able to give us. And then be able to take the best decisions as accurate and timely as possible for the rest of the period of our strategy implementation. Okay. So that's how it's done. So what we just need to do is change the variables effectively. So I see, like I said, so let's go again. You see, everything has gone to the four. Oh, sorry. So you can see everything has restarted again. This one, once the market restarts, is going to go back to format back to the same line. So the first at the installation, all the three lines are always together. You can see at installation, all the three lines will always be together. So it is after installation that their position will start changing, and then it begins to get the new highest point, the new lowest point, and then the midpoint. And that's how it's going to work continually. Okay. So you can see. So that's how our EA works by helping us to identify the first trend, and then we're able to use it to get the best decision of the market as quickly as possible. And then that will now help us in taking accurate and timely decisions for the rest of the month, or the rest of the year, or the rest of the period, depending on the period of our review. Okay. Okay. So that's it. So that's how the installation is being made. So if you look at it again, like I said, um, so this actually, so everything has been reformatted back to their starting point. So you see that all the three lines are within the same range now, because this is just the beginning of the period. Okay, so when we install the EA, it starts from this position. And then all we just need to do is now to monitor it based on the high and the low data that it comes here. And so when we see one position activate and doesn't change after 2 days, then it begins to give us an idea to manage the risk effectively from that point on. Okay, so that is the plan. So that is how this strategy and this logic works better for us. Okay. Thank you very much for your time. It's it's nice having you around to be able to review, see how this strategy is being installed. So this is just the simple way of installing FAD EA robot, which is used to implement our Victoria strategy. Okay, so this is how the EA is being implemented. So once the EA has been installed, then it begins to give us idea of which direction the market is going, whether upwards or downwards, and then that will now be able to help us to take the action that we need to take, whether we want to buy or want to sell for the rest of the period. Thank you very much, and it's nice having you on the review today. My name is Oluwase Fadari. You can click the like button, and also you can subscribe to our YouTube channel to be able to help you to train and study and understand the concept and the logics of forex trading. I remain yours and only Oluwase Fadari. You can reach me on fadinvest@yahoo.ie, fadinvest@yahoo.ie. Cheers and have a great time ahead. Bye.